Hi, Sharon Brennan here, Cottage Lane Stamper. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from New Ulm, Minnesota, and I wanted to share with you one of the kits that just was released by Stampin' Up! Before that, I wanted to show you a couple of things. Our mini catalog, which goes live January 4th. I can't show you the inside, but I can show you a few of the products that are in it. And along with that, coincides with the celebration where for every $50 that you spend, you earn a free gift, and that goes from January 4th to February 29th. And this is a leap year, so you get an extra day there. So it has some cute things inside. Again, I can't show you what's inside until the catalog actually goes live, but I can show you some of the products. One of the free, well, let's see, this is the stamp set that's in the catalog, and I really like it. It's so cute. It's called Sending Love, and it's got little postmark with hearts in it, and a little note to say I missed you and welcome, and like a postage stamp cancellation mark, and a mailbox, and some birds and some hearts, and a little love from me to you. I thought this was so cute, and it's even got like a little border that you can use. Kind of reminds me of an airmail envelope. And then it also has a coordinating, I haven't even opened this up yet, coordinating dies. Let's see if I can find the end here. There we go. Coordinating dies that go with it. And open this up. So I haven't even looked at this yet, so we're both going to look at it together. So it has a cute little envelope and a heart, and let's see, some grass, the mailbox, looks like some clouds maybe, circle, another heart, a stand or a post for the mailbox, a flag, and I am trying to figure out who, oh, this is the mailbox too, it looks like, and some bows, and I think birds. So it's kind of cute. I'm still trying to figure out, I wonder if this flips down. I don't know, I'll have to play with this. I'm not sure how this die actually works, but we'll figure it out. And if I don't, I'm sure somebody else that's out there, one of the demonstrators, probably already has. Then one of the free things that you can get from the Celebration catalog, I got this watermelon set. It's got a slice of watermelon, some watermelon leaves, piece of watermelon with a bite out of it, some rind, half slice of watermelon, and a whole watermelon. And then in the regular catalog, I believe, let me take a quick peek. I think it's in the regular catalog. I don't think it's in the, nope, it is in the in this catalog. There is this coordinating, it's called a modern oval punch. That's the name of it. So this actually will punch out the watermelon. And I do a lot of little calendars, and I thought this would be really good for the summer months of the calendar. And then I also, this was also free, some little embellishments. They're called opaque faceted gems, and then some really pretty baker's twine. And let's see, I think it's got pool part, no, this is balmy blue and lemon lolly and flirty flamingo, so it'll be fun to play with that. And then if you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, for the January Paper Pumpkin, it's about lavender, and it coordinates with one of the stamp sets in the catalog. But as an add-on, you can buy these dies. So it's got a pretty little rectangular flower, some leaves, and love. So can't wait to get that paper pumpkin kit. Now I wanted to show you this kit that just hit, and there's a special reason I bought this one. So this kit is called Painted Wishes, and it's got some really pretty cards. I think there's 3 designs, 3 each, and I'm going to open it up. The reason I got this is this kit comes in English, French, German, and there's a lot of German people in New Ulm, and it also has Dutch, and my mother was Dutch, so her mother actually came from Holland. So I wanted to maybe make a few cards and send them to my cousins with a Dutch sentiment. Some of them still can read it, so I was never taught Dutch. But when I was growing up, it was kind of fun because my cousins lived on the farm with my grandma, and whenever the adults didn't want to know what they were talking about, they would slip into Dutch. But my cousins eventually caught on. So this kit has some tear and tape and some gold trim. Pull that out of the bag. It has these beautiful, I believe this is Pretty Peacock, and it should say on the instructions the colors that are in here. Yep. So it says right here, Garden Green, Lemon Lime Twist, Moody Mauve, Petal Pink, Pretty Peacock, and Wild Wheat. So if you wanted to coordinate this and maybe do some alternative ideas, those are the colors that we'll coordinate it with. So we have the Pretty Peacock sequins, these beautiful envelopes. I love the kits because they all come with coordinating envelopes. Sometimes the envelopes will be different, and sometimes they're all the same. In this case, they're all the same. And this is also our instructions. So I want to open that up, and it tells you what card you're working on. So I'm going to sort these. It looks like we've got some green backgrounds, which go with card 1. And these prints go with card 1. And is that right? Yep. And then this card base, the one that's Pretty Peacock, that also goes with card 1. I like to sort them out so I know what pieces go with what. So here are our sentiments in the different languages. So I'm going to have a hard time between German and Dutch because they're really similar. Anyway, this must be obviously English, obviously French. I'm guessing that this is German and that this is Dutch. So we've got 3 sheets of that with those sentiments. I'm going to set those aside. And then we're going to look at the next card. So this one has, card number 2 has this oh, I forgot the color already. Pretty Peacock. It is, my memory is good, it's just very short. Petal Pink. So the Petal Pink base, and then let's see what goes with it. It goes with this little background piece, and then whatever sentiment that I choose from these, and the twine. And card number 3 is this one here, beautiful, looks like watercolor background, and it simply gets one of these round sentiments on it. So this group of sentiments goes with the first card. So I am going to we're going to make one of each of these. So let's get started. So card 1, we're going to take the pretty peacock base, and I'm just going to use my bone folder, burnish that a little bit, and then we take one of the green layers and put some adhesive on it. And this is, typically you get some dimensionals with it too, but in this case we're not. So they are putting 3 pieces of tear and tape across the back, and usually you have plenty, or at least some of the tear and tape. They always give you enough to get through your project. So peel that off, and that goes on here. I like to give the tear and tape a little bit of a burnish. It makes it easier to peel off. So that goes there. Oh, this card is so simple. Well, there are dimensionals, but must have misplaced them when I opened up the package, so I'm just going to use what I have here. So there are dimensionals on this back. You can see on the directions here the 3 strips of the tear and tape. And then this piece here gets 5 dimensionals on it. So we're going to just use what I have on hand and put those on. I love that every piece of the dimensionals you can use up. When you're done with all the center pieces, you can use the edges for that. So we're going to peel this off. And I think this will be some lovely cards. I moved about a year ago, and I have 4 cousins that are sisters, and they came and helped me pack and unpack, which was really a blessing. I have chronic fatigue, so I'm not able to do that. And I'm going to send them, thank you for your kindness. So we're going to take off, let's see, we're going to use a little bit of this gold trim, and it gives you a measuring guide here on the side. There's a ruler, and this says it takes 14 inches. So we'll just open this up, and it has imperial and metric. So we're going to use the imperial inches, and I'll find the end of it here. Let's see. There's not any tape or anything to indicate where it is. My eyes are getting older, so it's getting harder to see these things. It was stuck in there pretty good. Okay, we're going to measure off 14 inches. So here's the 0. So there's 9 and 5 is 14. And I like to use, I have separate scissors just for cutting trim. So we're going to cut that. And then it shows us with, I was going to mention too, the dimensionals you can see are, you can see that or not, are little octagonal pieces. If there were glue dots here, there would be a little black dot. I don't have any glue dots for this, so we are going to take a couple of dimensionals on each side, and it kind of shows the bow in, or the trim in kind of a bow. So I'm just gonna see if I can. And they do have unboxing videos, and I do post them on my Facebook page. So I'm gonna go like this, and just rabbit ears, and make a bow that way. And it's pretty curly cue, and then stick it onto one of these, and I put it on the wrong side, but you know what? Nobody's gonna know. And it just goes right about there. Actually, I am going to put another dimensional on here because I want to make sure this stays on here for fairly well. There. I'm going to shorten that ribbon up a little bit, just a tad. Trim it off. I don't want it overpowering the card. So there's card one. You've been, thank you for your kindness. So there's card one. Now we're going to move on to card two. And that uses this pretty pink card. And we're just going to burnish that really quick. And I love card kits, especially if you're just maybe starting out in crafting, not sure if you want to invest a lot of money in it, or if you don't have a large space to store a lot of stuff. And this one doesn't have any stamping in it. This is all just non-stamping. It's all pre-printed, and you just put it together. So this one actually goes down with some more tear and tape in the end here, which is nice. I used to take, when I was working, I'm retired now, but sometimes I'd have to go on business trips, and I would take a kit with me and do it in my hotel room. I've also taken it with me camping. And it's fun to get a bunch of friends together. You can get all the same kit, or you can get different kits, put them together. If you get different ones, then you can trade cards, you know, do like a little card swap. So this goes here. And then we have one of these, and I'm going to do this one in, I believe, Dutch too. Now if my cousins were here, they'd be able to tell me what the difference is. And I could have actually looked it up on Google. If they're not Dutch, then they can go to the German people that live in the same apartment building with me. There's a lot of Germans in New Ulm. It's like one of the German capitals of the United States, I think. We have a sister city in Ulm, Germany. So, and this one also has some trim, and it says 16 inches of trim. So what I do with it, and I actually have my grid paper down here at the bottom. You can't really see it, but I've got grid paper down here, so I'm just going to measure 16 inches down here. It happens to be 16 inches. So set that apart, and this one gets put in another big bow. And sometimes, if it's really curly like this, I'll take a little bit of water and just dampen my fingers with it and kind of straighten it out a little bit. And I'm actually going to do a glue dot here instead of putting it on the, what do you call it, dimensional. So I'm just gonna take a glue dot, and you could actually put a couple dimensionals on here, I guess, but I'm gonna put this right here. Just kind of stick it to the side there. Whoops, my knot is coming loose. Loose, kind of even that out a little bit. Guess we want it big enough so it'll stick out from underneath the sentiment here. Pull on that. There. And then we'll just peel off the backing on our dimensionals. And put this right here. And you know, there's no right or wrong to this. It's your card. You just do it however you want. There are a couple of websites. Stampin' Up! Has a website that will give you alternate ideas. There's another one by Rachel Tessman. It's called Paper Pumpkin Fan Club. And she comes up with some phenomenal ideas. Oh, here are my dimensionals. Oh well, not a big deal. So this one is showing that it's got like 5 different little sequins there. So I like to use my paper piercing tool, and they kind of go right around here. Big one there, and it's just easier for me to pick them up with this than try to use my fingers, and it's easier for me to place them. So, and then it shows a big one down here. Oh, I lost it. Well, it's on my finger now. There we go. And a small one here, and I want to look. Oops, I put it in the wrong spot. It's supposed to go right there. I am going to look back at my first card and see if it was supposed to have some sequins on it too. Yep, it was. So, if I can figure out where they go. Oh, I'm looking at number 3. Let's see, 1. It has them right here. This is the part I usually forget, so the embellishments. I have to go back and stick them on later. And then I think they have one big one right around there. So there's that one. And here is this one. And on to number 3. These go together so quickly. We'll take one of these bases here with these beautiful flowers on it. And burnish this, give it just a little bit sharper edge with the bone folder. Find the directions for number 3. And this one's only got like 2 photos, so no messing up there, right? So we are going to go with Das Liebe. That looks German. This is going to be, I'm calling it Dutch, okay? It says, wishing the happiest birthday to you. Now, I must have a cousin that's coming up with a birthday, I would think, soon. And this one calls for 3 dimensionals on the back side. And again, I'm going to put a glue dot in the middle. It's just because I think sometimes when you put them on the dimensionals, it doesn't stick as well because there's less surface area. So I'm just going to, if you don't have glue dots, just use another dimensional. And this one calls for 14 inches of trim. So we're going to take this and measure out 14 on my little grid sheet here. Cut that off. And if you both go by the directions, you'll always have enough like trim left over. And there'll probably be sequins left over too to use on another card. So, and there we've got that one. I'm just going to stick it right there. And I haven't peeled these off yet. So, this kind of goes like this. Got the little crooked there. And then add our sequins. And it looks like this one has like maybe 5 on it. And the card's supposed to go this way. But you know what? It just made more sense to me the other way. But since there's nothing inside of it, there's no reason why it couldn't go the way I had it before. So, put one here, one here, and usually when you're putting on embellishments, my rule of thumb is go with odd numbers. Odd numbers for some reason are more aesthetically pleasing to the eye. So I'm going to put one, I'm just going to put one here. And there we are done. So here are our 3 cards. So you can see that, and then we'll put them in the envelopes, and when I figure out who I'm going to mail these to, I think they'll get a kick out of it. Maybe they won't even be able to read them, I'm not sure. But again, here's card number 1 that says, "Thank you for your kindness." Card number 2 is, "I feel so blessed to have a wonderful, kind, and amazing friend like you. And truly, my cousins are like my best friends." And number 3, which says, "Wishing the happiest birthday to you." So, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, like, and share. And if you've seen this on my Facebook page, during the month of January, I will have a contest, and everybody who likes, shares, and comments will get entered into a drawing at the end of the month, and I'll send one of my either something I've made or something else that's special to you as a gift. So thank you so much. Remember the mini catalog that's coming out in January. It'll be January through April, and then the celebration catalog is January and February, and they both start January 4th. And again, this kit is called, let me get the name right, Painted Wishes. So, thanks again for stopping in. I hope you enjoyed this. Take care, and may God bless you.